Now this gentleman here came with a mask. He took off the mask and then we saw his face. Now it looks like the second mask has been taken off and we are seeing the real him. Arrogant, not ready to listen to anyone or tolerate anyone. He believes he has money, and once you have money, you have wisdom.
The matter chop hot.
Assembly diloto. Hey! Aye!
When you go on social media, especially in Ghana and on Twitter, I mean in Ghana, you can now realize that, Charlie, everybody is frustrated and everybody is angry. Well, one of the topmost hashtags in our trends on X today, currently when you go on social media, is Free the Citizen, and it is about the Stop Galamsey demonstration that is going on, or that went on over last weekend, of which some of the protesters have been arrested and they have been arraigned before court, and the court has sent them on remand, which I think they are supposed to appear on October 8th today. This and more is what has generated lots of conversation in our space, while some people are dragging other celebrities for not voicing out or adding their voice to the whole conversation of the protest or demonstration. Others are also on their necks for these politicians to also try and fix the country or stop the galamsey that is going on, that is destroying or has been destroying our water bodies. Other celebrities are also having a banter. The likes of Shatawale, Efio, J Bad, them all have taken to social media to either go at each other one way or the other. I have deep information for you today on Info Day podcast. Today with me, Roland Amati, live on Roland Report, of which I am here to update you on so many things that are happening. But don't forget that Shagzy has got you covered. And if you're a driver and you're looking to making some cool cash, just download the app. With just 20 Ghana cedis, you stand the chance of enjoying commission-free rides on our app when you download Shagzy. And if you're a rider and you're looking for the most secure, safe, and affordable ride on the market, know that Shagzy has got you covered. So let's go straight into what I am about to tell you. Cheddar is in the news, and Cheddar, people are angry. Like, if you go online and you see Cheddar trending, then this is actually the reason why Cheddar is trending. Cheddar is trending because he has come out to make certain utterances as far as this particular protest is concerned, of which so many people are not in agreement with. Like, so many people do not agree with him, so they are going at him left, right, center. So whilst the protest was going on, man came to make a video about the fact that he doesn't condone the violence that is going on, and because of that he doesn't support the protesters. That is when some people were like, hey Bossu, at this point in time that we need your help to add your voice to whatever the fight is, to also fight galamsey, which is disturbing the whole country. This is what you want to tell the protesters that have left their homes, their livelihood, to hit the street in order to demonstrate or protest to things that will benefit the whole country. And they started going at him left, right, center. Of which, after he made another video saying that, hey, Debio, that is not what he meant, because he wanted peace. In fact, according to him, he stands by whatever he's saying, and that if the people are going to protest, or if Ghanaians have been able to withstand the hardship and whatever for over 30 years, why can't they hold it up for some few months to come, because we have elections right under our belt? Well, this has generated lots and lots of conversation, of which people are giving it to him. Black Rasta has also shared his view, of which Black Rasta there, oh Cheddar man or Chenare. But then let's go and listen to Cheddar's first video that he did. When we come back, of course, I will play you the next video and Black Rasta's response to him. As for the other comments on social media there, it is plenty. But then during the last time the Occupy Julobi house demonstration went on, Cheddar made a statement of which people are now throwing it back at him to ask, is this the same person that wrote this the first time we hit the street to demonstrate, of which he is changing his mouth now, or this is the new Cheddar or because he's now a politician, his statement has changed. Let's go and listen to Cheddar's first video. When we come back, I'll play you the next and the other materials. Then you share your views in the comment section. Stick and stay. I'll be right back.
I'm on tour right now with the 276. We're touring around Ghana. But today I'm seeing some videos that I'm not happy about. And I want to appeal to the youth of this country that power is taken and it's not given. And if we want to take power, we should take it with wisdom and knowledge. After all, power comes out of knowledge. I want us to use our knowledge. Violence, of course, is not going to be the right way for us to send a message. This year is a voting year. And I want us to be peaceful as we're known as Ghanaians. So I'm appealing to you and I'm asking the youth of this country that I know a lot of things is not going right, but we have to be patient. We have to be patient. And we have to know that Ghana is our only country. We cannot go anywhere else if we mess it up. Instead of trying to mess it up, let's build it together. That's what I'm here for. Please, violence, I don't believe in it. Whatever you guys are doing, protesting and all of this, I can't support you. And I'm advising you that that's not the right way. It's the opinion makers and leaders in this country. Please, let's not make this also full of violence and misunderstanding. Let's find an amicable way to deal with the people. This is our country, and no matter how bad it is, I call for peace, a great understanding, and on the 7th of December, we're going to have a peaceful election, and the people can decide. Thank you very much. I'm urging all the youth again that violence is not the way.
This is what came from Nana Kwame Bediako, aka Freedom Jacob Caesar, of which so many people registered their displeasure. They started giving it to him left, right, center. But then let's go and watch the next video that he came to actually clarify what he said in this particular first video. When we come back, I'll play you Black Rasta's response. Stick and stay. I'll be right back.
Let me use this to correct the situation right now about my last video that I issued about not supporting violence. And I still stand on that, and I mean that. Now, why don't I support the youth for protesting? It's because I want peace in the country. If the youth of this country and the people of this nation have held it down for 32 years to 40 years of understanding politics and whatever encumbrances, crisis, issues that it brings, and they've managed to survive, then why would they want to use violence now to send a message and say that they've had enough? Well, let me tell you people something that you might not know. All of these protests and demonstrations that has happened in this country in the past year or two were organized by one of the duopoly. It's the same politicians, and I said it. I'm not going to mention names, but you know that Jolobi and Fix the Country was fixed by one of the existing parties. We cannot do this to ourselves and destroy our own country because of a politician's personal interest or a party's interest. Please, Ghana, do your research. The people in front of all these demonstrations, some of them have treason charges. Ask, find out who sponsored them for the mobilizations and all the things that happen. Do your research. This is not about Galamsey. This is about a political interest.
So this is what is coming from Cheddar. I mean, according to him, people should be slow, or people should not be quick to join demonstrations nowadays, because most of these demonstrations are politically motivated. Most of these demonstrations are orchestrated by the opposition party just to make the incumbents unpopular so they can also come back to power. So if you would want to join demonstrations, know that the leaders of these demonstrations and protests and all of that, most of them are affiliates to, or some of these people that are being funded. So you can go and fight with them, do whatever you want to do with them, get arrested, and at the end of the day, they have something substantial to benefit, of which you may not. So just be careful. But then, this did not last well with others. some people like Black Rasta, of which when they came, Black Rasta really came in hot at Cheddar. Let's listen to Black Rasta as well.
So you see, when Black Rasta speaks, I think that you need to humble yourself and listen. Same way I humble myself when others speak. You will be able to read the meaning in the fine writing. Now this gentleman here came with a mask. He took off the mask and then we saw his face. Now it looks like the second mask has been taken off and we are seeing the real him. Arrogant, not ready to listen to anyone or tolerate anyone. He believes he has money, and once you have money, you have wisdom. This is his level of thinking. Very mediocre. Listen to Nana Kwame Bediako. Only a couple of years back, Nana Kwame Bediako was seen on tape supporting Occupy Julobi. Only last year, my brother, my sister, Occupy Julobi house, he was supporting it. All of a sudden, my brother, my sister, it is organized by political parties, the so-called duopoly. Well, maybe at the time he didn't know. Now he has come to know that all these demonstrations are organized by the duopoly. In other words, the duopoly is behind all these recent demonstrations. And by recent, he meant the past 2 years or the past year. Now let's get a little bit more detailed. Nana Kwame Bediako says he doesn't support violence. Of course, we all don't support violence. But he goes ahead to say he doesn't support protests. If you have been able to endure all these 32 years, all these 40 years of political hardship and corruption, why can't you endure it any further, but rather go on the streets to make noise and also to be violent? Of course, it's clear. Nobody supports the violence. But even in the eye of the Constitution, protests are very, very important. How many times do we have to wait till protests happen and then we get what we want or what we demand? At least a big chunk of what we demand. When you go to America, you go to England, where this gentleman here, Cheddar, claims he plies his trade or he's been to, protests are the order of the day. Almost every month, you would find people protesting in one part of the country or the other. That is democracy. So if you have a man like this who tells you he doesn't believe in the youth going out there to demonstrate, all because we have endured hardship all these years and we must continue, you realize that this is not a guy who has enough knowledge of the system. True? May I get a little deeper? Does it really matter who is behind any protest? Or we have to look at the content of the protest? A gentleman walks up here. He organizes people and pushes them to come into a media general and protests on behalf of the workers here, Abiam and the rest of them, that their salaries should be increased. Mamiya's salary should be increased. Black Rasta's salary should be increased, because all these people work so hard and bring home a lot of money. Therefore, it has to be reciprocated. We must have our salaries increased. Then I sit back and say, oh, because the gentleman belongs to a certain political party, I won't join this race. I think it is better to think about the cause. Is it a worthy cause? Does it really matter who is behind a worthy cause? Yeah, they are here and some they are fata. Is it important or is it necessary that the workers have a salary raise? And I just chose Media General, arbitrarily. My brother, my sister, this is the level of thinking of this guy. Probably if you go to his workplace, everybody is gagged. Take a trip to the businesses Cheddar owns. You will be shocked that the workers are probably gagged. They can't open their mouths and talk because he doesn't like protests. What he says is final. You have endured it all these years. You must continue to endure it. Of course, I repeat, we do not support violence in any form. We have condemned violence in all its forms, but we endorse protests. My brother, my sister, Cheddar every day has to remove yet another mask to show the true him, the arrogant, ignorant Pan-Africanist in quotes. I leave him here. Those of you who go around saying Cheddar, Cheddar, well, a lot of you are beginning to see exactly who he is. Very ignorant, and at the same time, a Pan-Africanist who does not even understand the concept of Pan-Africanism. And finally, this is what he's thinking. Your protests are not necessary. You have endured it all this while. Hey, just stay like that and continue. Oh my God. Ha! Any which way. My brother, my sister, here is the voice of the patriot.
Enough information has been shared now. So now it is up to you to also share your views in the comment section. Let me hear from you. Let me know what you think about what Cheddar said. The punch or the clap back from people, including Black Rasta, onto Cheddar. Did he say something wrong? Do you agree with him? You don't agree with him? Share your views in the comment section. Until then, my name is Roland Amate. Thanks for spending time with me. In the next episode, I'm going to bring you the banter between Efiodo and J-Bad. They have also locked horns as far as this particular Stop Galamsey or Free the Citizens Now protest is concerned. I'll see you when I see you. This is Info Day Podcast with me, Roland Amate. Thanks for spending time. Bye.
The matter chop hot.
Assembly Diloto. Hey!
Aye. Hey.